You have multiple textures for the same model in Blender. You'll have to head to the properties and go to the materials in there. You can hover on these icons and scroll to get below. It is usually at the last, a globe-like symbol. Now you can see by default, this cube is assigned a material. By clicking on this plus icon, you can create a new slot. Slots are just boxes that hold different materials, and it also assigns which material belongs to which object. So now that we have a slot, we can create a new material down here. You can see it's called material 001. You can name it as whatever you want. I'm going to name it as blue and then switch the color to blue. We can preview the material right here by clicking on report shading. By default, this material is assigned to everything, so that white color is visible now. But if I head to edit mode after selecting this by pressing tab and then switch to face select by pressing 3. Now you can see there is new options like assigning select and deselect. I'm gonna click on this blue material and assign it to this face. Now that we have assigned this blue material to this face, you can clearly see the rest of the faces have only white material. But since it looks like default color, I'm gonna change it. The neat feature you gain by assigning different color materials is now you can select the materials. Now you can select the different portions of the mesh that has different materials. There you can say click on this material and click select. It selects that portion. I will show you how you can do the same thing in the shading tab. Go to the shading tab. As I mentioned earlier, you first create a slot, then create a material for that slot. You can even reuse materials, but that will be confusing. So I'll just use a new material. Name this vertical. Just as usual, I change the material color, but nothing happens because we haven't assigned it to any specific faces. I press tab and head to edit mode. While on face selection mode, I click on a face. Now you can see it switched to slot mode because that was a slot we assigned to this face. But we can go away and click on this purple and then assign that to this face. Now if I click on this green, it will go to slot 1. Click on this purple, it will go to slot 3. Like this. You always have the option to use the same material for 2 slots. Here you can see in slot 3, I'm going to switch it to blue. Now they both have the same material. If a material is not used by any of the meshes, it will show a 0 before the material, which means this will be discarded when you close your Blender. Now that you can always create a fake user